And it's tough, right? Because you can play perfect songs, you can be the best guitarist, but like if you're not matching the energy, if you're not setting the tone, as like, because there's so much more that I bet you already know. There's so much more that goes into performing, like in a performance, than just being good at playing music, right?
Oh yeah.
Have you noticed that?
A zillion %. I love performing, but I know like
It's a rush, right?
it's like a blackout. It's like
100%.
Hell yeah.
you don't remember anything from it unless you F something up really bad.
Right,
But-
right.
Which never
what-
happens.
Even you try to forget that, right?
Which never happens to you.
I mean, recently, not really, but there's definitely growing pains. It's like when
Growing
you first
pains.
perform, it's like I'd like to think I'm always prepared for shit, but
Yeah.
every now and then something comes up. Like I broke 2 strings in one song once, and then I just
Oh.
put down my guitar. I'm like, all right, I mean, I always bring multiple guitars.
Yeah, you got it.
But I was like, I just can't finish this song because you break a string, everything goes out of tune. And I'm like, I can't do anything anymore.
So were you
but you-
just
you power
shredding?
through.
Yeah.
Were you just shredding so hard that the strings broke, or were they old strings?
They actually weren't. I remember.
Combination of both.
Yeah, I think I was just playing hard, and it was outside. It was
Okay.
it was an outdoor gig in Salem.
Okay.
So I mean, that's when temperature kind of affects
The
guitars
climate.
and stuff.
Yeah.
It really does.
So I mean, I don't know what magic happened there, but it was a catastrophe.
Well, no, that's true, because like if it's too hot and the strings are like left in a very hot environment, they'll stretch out, right? They'll bend. But if it's too cold, they'll condense and tighten up. So like if it's fluctuating between those two, extremes, the strings are gonna get old.
For sure.
The guitar is gonna wither away. So you got to make sure you take care of your instruments. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
I
Yeah.
noticed that for sure for my guitar too. Like it's an acoustic guitar, so that's where you notice it the most is with wood, obviously. So
Yep.
you really got to take care of it and keep it in a good spot. But yeah, I want
Hell yeah.
to talk about like what goes into making music. Like when you when you want to go to the lab and create something, do you already have like a plan thought out, like lyrics are maybe made, or you have like a concept ready to go, or do you kind of freestyle it when you're in there and just feel it more than anything?
Great question.
I guess both, probably, most likely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. There's undeniable aspects of spontaneity when you're creating, where it's like I was just an example. With the people in West Roxbury, they just wanted to do a demo at their place in West Roxbury, and I was like, okay, that's cool. And we recorded. They only have an electric drum kit there, so I was like, all right, what can we do to spice this up? The weirdest idea in the world. They have like Cajun, which is like, have you ever seen those wood boxes that people hit like
Yeah,
to act
yeah,
out
yeah.
drum?
Add a
And
little drum, yes.
They sit on them and stuff.
Yes.
Those are awesome.
They do that in Tiny Desk concerts a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I threw a mic in that Cajun and blasted the electronic drums speaker at it to kind of get this like woody sound, if that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Okay.
And it's
like
like,
a folk vibe.
yeah.
Yes.
And it was like, does it sound good? No, but blended with the electric
Layered
drums, it was
in.
like, oh shit, it brings some life to it. It's like,
Hell
Yes.
and that's kind of the spontaneity of anything in music. It's just like, you gotta try shit. You just gotta try shit.
Hell yeah.
And then you'll find shit that works. You'll find shit that's like, wow, I never would have thought to do that. And I think I learned a lot of that by, I have a
Like taking
friend.
risks.
I have a friend, Alexi, who is the most incredible guitar player ever.
Shouts Lexi.
Big shouts.
Come
big
on the
shouts.
pod. Come on the pod if she's down.
It's a fella,
Fella, come on the pod, baby.
Shout on the
Russian.
Russian fella, come on the pod, please.
But Alexi, killer, absolutely killer guitar, and he very spontaneous.
Spontaneously?
That's the word.
Yes.
Creative, yeah, we'll just do random shit, and you're like, "What are you doing?" And then
how
like
does he think of these things?
9 times out of 10, you listen back or look back at what he did, and you're like, "Oh shit, that's really cool and unique." You know what I mean? Like that's just like I haven't seen that before, and that's the kind of stuff about art is like that grabs people. It's like I
Yeah.
haven't seen this before. This is new, and
Yep.
like it.
Hell yeah.
If done well, it's like okay.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down. So as like to your question about songwriting, I mean, when it's like for me specifically, sitting down, and it depends on the band and the group, but if I'm writing a song by myself, it'll be like I feel something.
Yeah,
That sounds really vague.
No,
but
but
it's
I
like,
get what you mean.
I feel this now
You feel a vibe.
through experience.
It has to be through your experiences. Yes.
Through experience, you learn how to craft it, and it might start with a melody in your head. Me, it usually starts with me on an acoustic guitar, just like I feel something along the lines of blah, and then I just I just work through it, and then shit comes to you. It's like I hear the music, and then I'm like, oh, I feel a better melody that's gonna work with that.
Yeah.
But as for like production and engineering shit like that, it's the same idea, but it's a little more structured. Because there are ways to do things well, and there are ways to do things poorly. And that's something you just learn by time
and
and
experience.
effort and having sucked.
Trial and error.
Yeah, of course.